Today I'm at Woodson High School to meet with two students who have a real passion around gun safety, Lily and Leah, and you have been really concerned about gun violence and its impact on particularly students and schools. So I'd like to hear a little about your perspective on that.
Lily and I are chapter heads of the Woodson High School March for Our Lives Club. March for Our Lives is a student-led organization that focuses on gun violence prevention. And Lily and I have noticed the issue of mental health here at Woodson High School, so we're focusing on the intersection between gun violence and mental health.
At Woodson High School, there is a history of mental health crises, especially in the past decade. And we know that that can often intersect with gun violence. And we see it every day in students who have mental health issues. And we also see it, this rising fear because of the gun violence epidemic, especially when it comes to school shootings. So in our lockdown drills, we see teachers and students that are much more fearful and much more stressed because this is an ongoing epidemic.
And we've noticed our teachers, they place their classrooms in specific ways, and we've noticed that people get anxious about this, and it's not just that they're scared of gun violence, but it affects their life, it affects their school life and their personal life because they're anxious about this.
And with so many students experiencing mental health issues that often don't get talked about enough, and with guns unsecured so often, there is this very dangerous balance going on, and we want to make sure we can separate those issues a little bit more.
Gun violence is a major factor of causes of death in America, and a lot of people, a lot of youth get their guns from their family members, their houses, in their own homes. They get access to these guns because they're unsafely stored.
And that can lead to 80% of school shootings. It can lead to 80% of firearm suicides as well. And all of those are preventable things if people learn that locking up your guns securely is very important.
Right. I think sometimes this has become a political topic because the freedom to own or to bear arms is a right here in the United States. And what you're talking about is the safe storage.
Absolutely. So safe storage initiatives really focus on getting responsible gun owners to just make sure that they're keeping everyone around them safe. And so locking up guns securely really ensures that teens and young kids don't unintentionally or intentionally access a firearm and harm themselves or others.
Right, so it's really an awareness, right? And a reminder, because I think everybody knows about certain safety tips, and so this is I think a huge reminder, which could alleviate the impact on students, obviously, in our schools. So what can families do to support the initiative that you're so passionately advocating for?
Yeah, so a common misconception is that gun storage is very expensive, but there are actually many affordable ways to do it. And a lot of ways to prevent this is to just store your gun and your ammunition separately and keep them locked up safely, especially if you have kids in the house.
So a lot of parents don't know that 3 out of 4 students know where their parents' unsecured loaded gun is, and 1 out of 3 of them have admitted to handling it unsupervised. So this issue is a lot closer to home than a lot of people realize. So it's important that we safely secure guns so that students who know where those guns are don't end up accessing them and harming themselves or others.
So when you think about gun safety instruction at school, what are your thoughts in terms of proposing possible high school lessons for gun safety?
I 100% think that we should have lessons during learning seminar or flyers that are sent home or emails that are sent home to parents and even directly to the student, so they just get that information straight on. And I think these lessons and a curriculum that talks about safely storing guns and even the tie between mental health for students would majorly support students' mental health.
And it doesn't have to be political. We really want to focus on safe storage because students need to know as well that if they're in a home with an unsecured gun, how to be safe about that and how to encourage their parents as well to make sure that the environment is safe, especially with younger siblings as well.
I think it's so important to be crystal clear that student health and safety, staff health and safety, family health and safety, community health and safety, those are not political topics. Mm-hmm. Those are life topics, right, that we all share an interest in. Lily and Leah, you guys are inspiring, and I want our community to know that we have amazing student leaders here in Fairfax County Public Schools, and I just look forward to seeing the change you're going to make for the better. We need to keep talking about this topic. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Please remember to take a moment to check out the links that we have in the video description for mental health support and gun storage and safety tips. Thank you.